Gopala Astrology channel, where the science meets astrology for common man's understanding. Subscribe and stay tuned to this channel for continued astrological updates. Hello, welcome back to Gopala Astrology channel, ladies and gentlemen. Today is going to be another very interesting video about the celestial events that are happening on October 2023, namely the solar eclipse, annular solar eclipse that happens on 14th of October 2023. And the interesting phenomenon is this is happening on a Bhadrapada Amavasya day, and exactly 14 days later, we are going to have a lunar eclipse as well. Okay, so this is very interesting. We are going to cover the lunar eclipse in the next video, but today I'm going to talk exclusively about the solar eclipse that's happening right on the United States, all across the states. It's going to happen and come to the Central America. So we will also discuss about the impact of this eclipse on this world and economy and the warlike situation which is already started in the Middle East. All right, so we'll talk about it, and also we will cover about certain precautions and also certain good news for certain zodiac signs. I'm talking about the Ascendant zodiac signs inside ideal system of astrology. So I'm going to make the timestamps in this video. Please stick on to your particular Rashi or the zodiac sign. All right, so let's begin this video, my friend. Let me share the screen here, and there you go. All right, the title is very, very clear: annular solar eclipse that is happening on 14th of October. So I'm making this video right there on the 8th of October tonight, and it's very interesting to see how this celestial event of solar, this is the second solar eclipse, remember. All right, so what is happening in this one? Let's try to understand. Let me make it bigger. Now, here you go. So please understand, the solar eclipse can be a total solar eclipse, annular, or partial solar eclipse. It depends. If you clearly observe the position of the moon, the distance it is between the sun and earth, it's going to result in either total solar eclipse when it comes to a particular distance, and when this distance is slightly increased. So here the moon is unable to uncover the entire solar disk, and so it leaves the sun in this beautiful annular ring, and we call this as annular solar eclipse. In Hindi we call it as Kankana Surya Grahan. Right, Kankan is nothing but like a bangle, right? It appears like a bangle. In the same way, we have the partial solar eclipse when it is somewhere here, right? It's unable to cover the disk of the sun in this manner, and somehow the moon is going to still engulf the sun partially, and we call it as a partial solar eclipse. All right, so from the interesting point of view, we will try to see this simulation. It is happening right there on the Oregon state. It's going to start all the way, come to Texas, and it is starting at 9:18 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time, and it's going to stop at 12:03 Central Daylight Time in the United States. All right, so it's exactly happening in the Americas. And how about the rest of the world? See, the effect of eclipse is going to be there for entire world. It is more so profound. It is visible in Northern America and also Central America, and later on to the southern part of America. You can see in this simulation, the black dot here that moves is actually the moon, right? So this is exact track of the annular solar eclipse that moves all the way, and then there is a significance of this. I'm going to talk about it shortly. All right, so this is the exact track. You can see this is the track, and then globally you can see like this, and this is actually the annular effect that exactly stays for 4 to 5 minutes, you know, and then it proceeds. So this is the way the eclipse is going to happen in this October 2023. All right, let's move on further. So what is happening? Actually, we are already having an indication of sudden attack of Hamas militants on Israel, right? They shot 50 rockets all of a sudden, and all these types of things are going to really going to trigger during the solar eclipse and lunar eclipse, which is happening side by side, you know, just in a gap of 2 weeks, right? Just between the new moon day and the full moon day, we are going to have 2 eclipses, and we are already seeing the kind of unrest situation in the world. The world leaders are like, they are very worried what is going to happen further, and why is it suddenly triggering a lot of unrest amongst the people. right? So I will astrologically analyze for you guys how this got triggered and things like that, talking from the perspective of annular solar eclipse of 2023, October the 14th. So let's see what is happening in the zodiac signs here. And also, I'm putting this chart with respect to the Indian Standard Time, New Delhi time. Right, so it will be happening at the night of New Delhi time, 11:29 in the night. Okay, so when that chart is being put up, it is going to be the ascendant of Gemini, right? And if you really observe, it's I have put the Bhava Chalita Kundli right next to this as well. You can see that there is a borderly effect here. That means the Rahu and Ketu are just about 50 minutes. It's just less than a degree in Aries and Libra respectively, but you can consider them in Bhava Chalita Kundali as though they have already moved, because on the 30th of October I have already made the video that the Rahu is going to transit to Pisces, right? So that's exactly is going to happen in that brisk of that change. You know, you can see that the eclipse is happening, and it is a Bhadrapada Amavasya day in the global situation. So here, what are the planetary impacts? You can see that the ascendant of Gemini is there. Gemini is the communication, you know. So there is a communication that gets into, you know, trouble. There, people are going to spread a lot of newses and stuffs like that. And you can see that from the Gemini ascendant, you have Venus in the 3rd house of communication as well. So there will be some kind of a fear amongst the people during this month of October, for the rest of the month of October. And you can see this happening there because the warlike situation is building with the Mars aspecting the Rahu, which is about to leave the sign, but Mars is like a policeman and Rahu is like a thief, right? So Mars is always going to fight the Rahu because Rahu doesn't follow the rules. So he is about to leave the zodiac sign of Aries and going to go to the next zodiac sign. At least that is the time that Mars is really looking in the 7th aspect into the Rahu, right? So the peacemakers like Jupiter, which are there, of course, the Jupiter is in retrograde movement, you know, until December. So all the peacemakers are really not going to act on this warlike situation. It will take some time and then it will subside by December, right? So till then, we have to wait. And of course, luckily, the Saturn is going to become Margi after this situation in the November 4th. So then he will have a positive impact on the zodiac sign of Aries, and then he's going to also kind of neutralize this this warlike situation. All right, so the eclipse is really happening in this see, there is, you can see that in the Rashi chart here, you feel that the eclipse is not happening because Rahu Ketu are not aligning with the sun and moon exactly, but in the Bhava Chalita Kundali we can see this happening, because it is happening at the end of the Rashi. So it is going to be Bhadrapada Amavasya on the 14th of October. So actually it's not Hasta, there is a combination difference here. It's actually happening in Chitra Nakshatra, then the Zodiac, in the Zodiac sign of, it is still considered as Kanya, right? So it is still happening in the cusp of Kanya Rashi, that is the Virgo and Libra. So it is in the fag end of Virgo and earlier part of Libra. So it is the Chitra Nakshatra that is actually happening, the moon is happening to be staying there in Chitra Nakshatra during the eclipse. All right, so that means you can assume these following impacts on movable signs and fixed signs. Okay, so the movable signs like Aries, okay, the Mesha Rashi, the Cancer, the Karkataka Rashi, then the Libra, the Thula Rashi, and then Capricorn, the Makara Rashi. These 4 Rashis are going to have some kind of the past fears being eliminated from them. they are going to get some boldness. These four zodiac signs are going to move forward, and they are going to face the situation in a more positive way because of this eclipse situation. Whereas the Bhumi Tattva Karakas, the earthly signs, Taurus, that is the Vrishabha Rashi, then Leo, the Simha Rashi, then Scorpio, and then Aquarius. These four earthly signs, these four signs are going to have kind of a problem here. They will have to wait for the next lunar eclipse, which is happening like 2 weeks away, right, on the 28th of October. So there will be some Mars in the Scorpio can help to tap your emotions later on, once the Mars is getting out of Libra, moving into Scorpio. So till then, some physical activities will be stuck for these four zodiac sign people. Please do not do any investments and stuffs like that until the next full moon day comes. That means in this period of 14 days, try to be calm down in yourself and do not get into any new ventures. That is what is the advice for these four. And how about those corner signs here? That means the mixed signs or Aries signs like Gemini, the Virgo, and then Sagittarius and Pisces. These four corner signs are going to be considered as neutral for this effect. See, of course, I have made a mistake here. The Virgo is also a fixed sign here, but still, all the drama is happening for them. I have a specific explanation for Kanya Rashi or Kanya Ascendant very soon. So I have purposefully removed that cross mark symbol for them. All right, so it is also considered as a mixed sign, and these four mixed signs are not going to be having a major impact on this zodiac. So in a bird's eye view, if you see, Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn are going to have a much better situation, whereas Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius are going to be having some kind of pressure, and they may have chances to make some erroneous decisions in these 14 days period. All right, so let's move on to one by one the zodiac signs. Start with Aries. So for Aries zodiac sign, what is happening? This is we will consider this drama is happening in Virgo and the axis of Pisces. Okay, so even though it is in the cusp, I will consider more towards the Virgo and Pisces because I put the Bhavacharita Kundali chart already. So for Aries, what is happening? It is happening in its 6th house, right? The eclipse and drama is happening in the 6th house. So bad things happening in the bad house is always a good yoga. That means there could be some unexpected gains from the previous investments for Aries ascendant people. Of course, there is a potential obstacles in the daily work. 6th house is the day-to-day routine activities. Every day the prarabdha karma starts with 6th house, and once the eclipse is quite strong and intense in 6th house, so you will have to face your day-to-day routine activities with more and more aggressiveness. If not, your competitors and enemies are going to overthrow you. Right, that fear is always there, but of course, Aries ascendant people are designed to handle such challenges. All right, so please be calming down yourself whenever there is some challenges assigning to you, because of 6th house eclipse effect. But you will have to deal with it. You cannot run away from it. You have to deal with it, but try to calm down and use logic. So that's the point here. Okay, so that's it. And then don't try to take any loans or sign up any loan deals during this period, but your previous investments are going to give you results at this point of time. Unfortunately, your relationship with your spouse may also experience some strain during this period, because please understand, it is happening in the cusp. So you will have the effect of Libra as well as you will have the effect of Virgo, right? So that is how 6th and 7th house impacts are there for Aries or Mesha Rashi personnel. So overall, you have other favorable planets coming into you. The Jupiter is going to move in the month of April to your 2nd house, which you will get the Guru Balam, and also you have the Saturn already in the 11th house. That is a Raj Yoga time for you guys. Okay, so these eclipses are going to have lesser impact compared to the major transits which we have been discussing. All right, but you have to take note that these are going to give sudden spike and then there will be some kind of excitement, and then it is going to be subsided slowly. All right, let's move on to Taurus or Vrishabha Rashi. The drama is happening in the 5th house. So 5th house, if you are a student, you are trying to face some exam in these 2 weeks, there may be some challenges. Okay, unexpected things can come in the syllabus, you know, out of syllabus questions can come to your examination papers. So making educational pursuits is more demanding during this period of time. Suppose, see, 5th house also represents your creativity and your children, right? So pregnant women are advised to avoid such eclipses, especially if you are a Taurian ascendant personality or a Taurian moon sign personality. Please avoid going out during the eclipse time, especially you are in America. Of course, the rest of the world is not witnessing. I've already put where exactly the eclipse is going to happen. All right. For the Taurus ascendant people, the good thing is business expansion can happen, because 5th house, there is a lot of ups and downs happening. This is the golden opportunity to open up the investment, and long term it can help to benefit you, but you have to be cautious. If you are a student, there will be a lot of academic hurdles, and if you are a pregnant person expecting a baby, please watch out for, especially watch out and do not come out of the house, you know. That's the point here. But overall, it's going to be a little bit challenging 2 weeks for Taurus ascendant personalities. Please pray to Lord Hanuman, so he's going to protect you, right? So if you do not believe in any of the Indian gods, it doesn't matter. This is just a suggestion given to you. If you can listen to Hanuman Chalisa and stuff like that, especially if you're a pregnant woman, it is going to benefit you. All right, so let's move on to Gemini. That is where the 4th house is being afflicted for you guys. That means there may be some problems for your mother's health, mother's well-being, you know. See, for example, mother well-being, in the sense, it's not just health itself. It may be some landed properties and some kind of litigations that is related to your mother can be happening, and you have to be there to protect her rights and stuff like this, because 4th house represents property matters as well. So there will be some anxieties and tensions during the eclipse for you guys with the 4th house relating to heart, right? So do not take too much of pressure. Relax, take a break. You know, there may be spike in the blood pressure because the 4th house is all related to heart, right? Now, nonetheless, if you are having a steady dasha and antardasha, you don't have to too much worry about it. But if there are certain antardashas and sub-periods of planets which are really critical, and when this coincides, then it can trigger certain health problems related to heart, right? So just watch out for it. Otherwise, professional growth is definitely going to be still there. Let's go on to understand what is happening for Cancer zodiac sign people. Cancer ascendant or Cancer moon sign. So for them, your surge in the workload is going to be there, and you are going to be given more and more responsibilities. It's happening in the 3rd house. You know, you have to exercise caution when you're dealing with senior professional officials or bosses in your company, and you have to take that responsibility shoulders, right? So it is taking a lot of stress on yourself, and please avoid any conflicts with your younger siblings. Younger siblings is seen through 3rd house, and this drama of eclipse is happening in that house. That means try to be cautious and do not too much involved in arguments with younger brothers. They may not like it, and it may get into some kind of unusual talks, right? So that is the thing. So physical distance in your relationship with your spouse during this phase is expected. That means you are in one state together. You might move to another state for work-related matters. You may sign a new contract so that you are away from your spouse. Okay, but overall, don't worry too much. You are emotional guys. I don't want to stress too much about this. Just wait for 2 more weeks, and you will see, as a movable sign, you are going to get the benefit of this eclipse, but it is not felt in these 2 weeks. There will be some kind of pressures. You will be assigned more works. As a result of it, you may get promotions later on, but not in these 2 weeks. Okay, so let's move on to Leo or Simha Rashi, right? Leo ascendant people. So for you guys, it is disruption happening in the family. relationships. You may have a harsh word spoken with your mother or father. This second house means it is father created family. Please understand, second house is father's created family. Fourth house is the family created by yourself due to your marriage and children and all that, right? So there is a clear distinction between the two. And your financial position and savings are seen in the second house. There may be some kind of blockage of your funds. There is an increased risk of losses. So don't put on, if you are into stocks and shares, you want to do some investments, please watch out for the company that may get into trouble, and then your stocks values are likely to go down. All right, but good point here is your presentation ability. Somehow that drama is going to make your speech better, and you'll get more respect in your workplace. That is also a positive point here for Leo Ascendant or Leo Moon sign personalities. Okay, keep praying to Lord Shiva and pour the holy water on the Shiva Linga, right? That is going to help you. Let's go on to Kanya Rashi, or the Virgo Ascendant people. So this is what I wanted to exclusively take up, because there is a controversy here. Is this eclipse happening in Zodiac Sign of Libra or in Virgo? It is happening right at the cusp. So many of the channels are going to confuse you, but I am very precise. I go by the actual data, and then I see that it is happening at the fag end of Virgo. And so what does it means for you guys? There is going to be ups and downs in physical health. Please understand, Lagna is physical health. So you will have to be careful. Ups and downs in physical health is expected, because it is happening at the end of your Rashi, especially the Lagna, the Ascendant. So Ascendant means you yourself, and then it is having a tendency to happen in the second house as well. So you will get the cusp effects of first house and second house. So you have to be very cautious with your short-term investments, and your finances are likely to drain out, because you're going to get a lot of expenses in the coming 2 to 3 weeks. Right, so be careful about your relationships and all that. Is there a plus point? Of course, there are a lot of plus points for Virgo Ascendant people. You are going to have the Saturn turning back from retrograde to the right position in the November and November 4th, and it's 6th house Saturn for you. So wait for it, have patience, do not watch out on your speech as well, and then there are a lot of good things happening to you in the month of November, right? So October is a watchful month for Kanya Rashi personalities, all right? Let's move on to Libra or Thula Rashi. So here, there is a notable upswing as well, advancement in progress, avoid unnecessary loans. So these are the 3 highlights that I have put it as a green, 2 green and 1 yellow highlights here. So what is this meaning? See, already Libra Ascendant personalities, they have beautiful Jupiter there in the 7th house for every kind of rescue. Right? So irrespective of this Rahu Ketu axis, still they have the blessings of Jupiter, but unfortunately Jupiter is in retrograde moment. So retrograde moment, Jupiter, I have already explained this to you guys. It is going to create more anxiety and creating more potential for you, but the actual results are felt when Jupiter gets out of the retrograde moment in the month of December, right? By the end of December. So till then, see, avoid taking any unnecessary loans. Everything is going for you in right position. And if at all you are planning to marry and all that, it is going to happen from January 2024 onwards. Just hold on for a while and enjoy the upswing that is going to be evident for you guys. All right. So let's move on to Scorpio Ascendant personalities. In the beginning of the slides, I showed you that Scorpio is also going to have some kind of a problem, because they have a tendency to guarantee the loans for someone and things like that. So that person may betray you. So don't believe someone and get into troubles. So especially in the next 2-3 weeks period of time. Okay, but definitely your sources of income is going to be improving, because this effect is happening in the 11th house for you guys. Okay, so the drama is happening in the 11th house, but if you are watchfully doing it, it is good. If you overcome it and sign for somebody as a guarantor, the 12th house effect also is there. It can bring losses and problems as well. So watch out, make a good deal. 11th house solar eclipse can bring results. Major professional business deals can get you profits. during this period of time. So there's a lot of thing. You need to take a screenshot of this, please, and then don't get confused. I have highlighted yellow and green properly, and then you must understand this slide and move on. So the next 2 weeks is going to pass out very fast, right? So it's still a green for you. You are going to see improvement in your incomes. 11th house solar eclipse. Let's move on to Sagittarius or Dhanus Rashi. So Dhanus Lagna as well. So for you guys, this is happening in the professional house, the 10th house. So there will be some kind of conflicts with your immediate boss. 10th house represents your work, karmasthana. Your immediate bosses are going to be having some kind of a conflicts with you, because whatever the assignments they give it to you, you might have not completed to their expectation. Suddenly in these 2 weeks, they are going to evaluate your projects, right? And they are going to give you a nasty blow, saying that you didn't do what they wanted and you are going in a different directions, and there may be some conflict. Do not argue with them. Try to match up the expectations of your higher ups, okay? And then you should find you can mitigate the problem later on once this lunar eclipse also gets finished. Okay, it is favorable for long-term financial plannings and things like that. So why? Because there is an effect of 11th house also, because it is likely to have a portion of Libra getting into this drama of solar eclipse, right? So your married life will remain happy and fulfilling and stuffs like that. Of course, there will be some health demands. You can go for your regular checkups and be cautious. But overall, I can say it's a positive thumbs up for Sagittarius personalities, as long as you don't argue with your higher ups or bosses. All right. Let's move on to Makara Lagnam or Capricorn Ascendant personalities. So you guys, moon sign of Makara Rashi is going through Swathi, or the 7.5 years period of Saturn. Of course, there will be, this is happening into the due respect of 9th house. Possible differences with the father is likely to happen in these 2 to 3 weeks period of time, right? So, however, successfully you may get into, okay, so the relationship with the loved ones will flourish. Okay, so try to make some if you are trying to propose to your girlfriend or something like that, or your boyfriend, this suddenly there is some support from the cosmos, and you will feel that the opposite person is listening to you, right? So despite the challenges and a lot of things going on, you may have some spiritual growth as well during this period of time. And all that 9th house is going to get you a guru who can advise you, and then you can get into your positive aspects. He will motivate you very well. So watch out for any possible differences with the father. Otherwise, you will get a guru by the end of the week, and then you can listen to him or her and follow the instructions in spiritual journey. All right, let's move on to Aquarius or Kumbha Rasi, Kumbha Lagna, or Aquarius Ascendant as well. So what is happening for you guys is please refrain from traveling during this eclipses period, especially when you want to drive yourself and stuff like that. It's not very likely to, the thing is, it is happening in the 8th house, right? Kanya Rashi is 8th house, and avoid short-term distances, especially by your own driving. You may have some accident-prone situations, so you may get into some accidents. So prevent that, and then these 2 weeks you can be cautious not to go on to any long distance driving by yourself. Okay, so still extra attention is required if you are in a committed relationship with a spouse, because the 8th house is the gain of 7th house. So you will face some potential challenges, in my opinion, in these 2-3 weeks period of time. And again, you are in the process of 7.5 years period of Saturn. That might have already given you enough pressures in your work, and work-life balance would have been really compromised here, and you have to work very hard, my friends. Okay, so time is going to come. The Jupiter is going. Once Jupiter comes to 5th house for you, there will be some remedy in between. All right. Let's go on to the last part of the zodiac sign, that is Pisces Ascendant or Meena Rashi, Meena Lagna. Okay, so from here, what is happening for you guys? It is in the 7th house. Okay, so 7th house is all about avoid incidents and strenuous relationship with your spouse. The spouse is going to come back to you very strongly if you don't listen to him or her, right? So property-based loans can be taken at this point of time. There is a possibility, right? But overall situation for Meena Rashi or Meena Lagna personalities is that just watch out. You are in Sadesati period, and there is some benefit of Jupiter in the second house, but still that is also in a retrograde movement. And look into what is going to happen after the second eclipse. There is the lunar eclipse on 28th. That would be much better for you guys. All right. Otherwise, watch out for your words, second house and seventh house. These are all going to affect the relationship between you and your life partner. All right, so I've given you enough hints and informations, and then people always keep getting confused in any of the videos. There will be comments or personal requests. How should we take this, the transit results, and then what is happening in our main horoscope, dashas and antardashas? Please understand all these things, what we talk about, the transit results, even including the solar eclipse and lunar eclipses, they are only 25% of the overall results. The 75% of results are coming from your own dashas and antardasha periods, all right, from your main horoscope chart. So as long as the dashanatha, antardashanatha, they are powerful, they are good in your horoscope, they are the lords of trine houses 1, 5, 9 or 1, 4, the quadrant houses 1, 4, 7, 10, I'm sure that you will get positive results. Don't worry about all these small 25% results, all right? Even in that 25% also, you have to split into 50-50 between the moon sign and then the ascendant sign. So ascendant sign is going to give you practical things that is happening around, and moon sign is all about our third house. So you have a clear understanding of this slide. Take a screenshot, understand this. If you have questions, please put it in the comment section. I would be very glad to answer your questions, because many people get this confusion, which one I should see. All right. So the last thing before we close this video, please understand pregnant women, especially the Taurian ascendant personalities who are pregnant at this point of time. I'm talking about the fifth house effect of eclipse is going to be quite bad if you come out and get exposed to the eclipse. All right. So there are a few things I have given you. And then the effect is more happening on the Western world, especially the Americas, North America, Central America, and also the South America. It is not visible in Asian area at this moment, but still, those Taurian pregnant ladies, please do not come outside the house and stay back and get all your food stuff, everything done. Eat your food much before the eclipse time. All right. That's all I have here, and if you have any questions, please type it in the comment section. I would be really very glad to answer it. See you. Bye-bye.